Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is episode 7 of my creation kit series. Okay, just like the title says, this time we're going to make a custom warehouse. Now this is a little more preparation for the future while we're doing our mod. Okay, I have a file that I want to show you here that I found. It's called, let's get to the right one. There we go. Modders Resource, Weapons Racks, Bookshelves, Plaques, and Mannequins. This guy created it as a resource for CK LDADs. And we're not going to download with Manager. We do not want to do that. We're going to go ahead and we will go ahead and download it manually. And it'll do this. Now I usually just automatically download this kind of stuff right to my desktop, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. That's all done. Alright. Close that. Alright. And now we're going to go back to our desktop, and we can see it's right here. Go ahead, and you don't have to do this. You can just unzip it because it's only just the plug-in, but I'm going to do this just because. I'll drop that right in there. We're going to open that folder, and you got this right here. Go ahead and unzip it with your archive program of choice. I use Bitzer. We're going to extract to this folder. It'll take a second. Have patience. And what it'll show you is the plugin activators. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy that. For you when you do it the first time, you won't have it. See, I already have it here. So you can just drop it in, just paste it in here. Click off in the void and paste it in. It'll say, hey, do you want to copy and replace this? This happens for me because I already had a file, but yeah, I'll go ahead and copy and replace it anyway. Alright, now we'll go ahead and open up Creation Kit. Give it a second. It takes a minute. One of the people I'm teaching how to do this stuff, he asked me, says, does Creation Kit take so long? Yeah, it does. Just be patient. Alright, we're going to go ahead and load up our mod. Now, we'll go ahead and set our mod. Active file, it's got all its parent masters. Set it as active file. But now we want to add something to it. We're going to go ahead and add activators. Right? But leave your mod as the active mod. And just push OK. And it's going to take a second to load up. Just go ahead and let it do it. When it's done, we'll come back to it. Okay, we got Creation Kit open. Go ahead and we just bring this up right here. You can see we got our mod. Now just click on one here. Don't double click, just click on one. And then go ahead and just push your E key. And it'll jump you down there. Then find EID activators. Then right click and duplicate cell. And you'll see it says duplicate. Now click once. Click a second time so that you can change the name of it. Set it as 000, and I'm gonna name mine the house warehouse. Yeah. And I'm gonna put it as 01 just because I might want to make a second one just in case. And I'm gonna go ahead, now I've got that, just go ahead and click on it, and as you can see it's right here. Now this is real important. Save your mod at this point. Just push save. Done. Alright? And go ahead and close Creation Kit at this time. And we'll come back to it when I reopen Creation Kit. Okay, I got Creation Kit back open. Now we're going to go ahead and load up our mod. Don't load up the activators. Don't check that. Just check your mod. Make it an active file and push OK. And we'll come back when it's all loaded up. Okay, we got it open right here. As you can see, our warehouse is there, but we won't have the activators. File won't be there, so we're going to just go ahead and double click on our warehouse, and you'll get these errors with it because it has the errors. It says it's missing things. That's to do with the master file, the BSAs itself. Alright, and it gives you a COC marker. That's just so you can get centered up. And what this file is that you downloaded is bookshelves, weapons racks, display cases, mannequin, and some wall plaques. Now, this is how I usually do this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spin this around, and then in the filter window over here, I'm going to type the word ship. And then scroll down to the bottom, push all, and then scroll down, and what comes up, and you'll see ship Kataraya. Now there's some good stuff here. There's some good stuff. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a ship Kataraya wood floor. We're gonna drag that over and drop that right on top of the COC marker. Turn my lights on so I can see what I'm doing. Just by pushing A, in case you guys might have forgot that. Okay, this gives me, I'm giving me a little space here. I want to have a little bit of space for other things. So I'm going to zoom out, and then I'm going to take and I'm going to duplicate that piece, and I'm going to fit another piece in. It doesn't matter. You don't have to have everything lined up perfectly. I mean, it helps, but just helps you practice. But I'm going to go ahead and I am going to duplicate it 4 times that way. Hold Control, select all these pieces, duplicate it this way, slide it down this way, and I'm going to select them all again. I'm going to duplicate them. I'm going to slide the whole thing down. Now what's happening is I got me a nice big floor here. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and I'm going to hold Control, and I'm going to select everything, and I am going to duplicate that one more time, and I'm going to slide the whole mess over here, line it up here so it gets in there, and that, what that does is gives me a floor to put things on, the ones that I make. And I'm going to go back here and hold Shift, push F, puts you right up on that thing. Zoom out a little bit. Okay, now you got that nice big floor. Okay, now you're going to want to save the mod, but before you do, just make it a habit. Turn the lights out. Save the mod. Alright, click back on, and we're going to go ahead and leave the lights out. We got that floor right there, so we're going to click on our mod that we've been working on, and it'll give it a second. And if it says not responding for any reason, don't play with it, just let it load up. As you can see, I added all the, from my episode when I added the lights, I added all the lights that I wanted to add. Now we're gonna start in well, We're going to start in the kitchen area. Now I remember I said that this was going to be the kitchen area right here. So what are we going to have in a kitchen? First thing we're going to do is add a fireplace. Go ahead, turn your lights on so you know what you're doing. Click on, you can add fireplaces in here, here, over here. You can even add one in on either side of the door, but since it's a kitchen, I'm going to click on that right there. And then I'm going to go up here to edit. I'm going to click on edit. Then I'm going to search, click on search and replace. Give it a second because it takes a little time. Now it'll tell you search for and then replace with. Drop the replace with down, and if you go, if you look through here, there's a NOR RMSM wall front fireplace 01. That's the one we want, or at least the one I want. I mean, it depends on what kit you're using. And I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And it'll say replace one object. OK. Let's take a look at that. Shift F. Now I got me a fireplace right there. But fireplace doesn't have no wood, so we need some wood. Some burning wood. So just in the filter, just type fireplace. And you'll see right here, fireplace wood burning 01. That's about that's the one you want to use. Just slide that over, drop that in right there. And of course you're gonna wanna adjust that. Don't put it too far back. Right there is good. If you push the FX button, it'll make the firewood work. And go ahead and push the A button. Now see, even with the FX button on, it's still, you're not getting any light source off of it, so you gotta add a light. Push your A button, and there is some lights right here that you can use for fireplaces. Remember, the shadow, the ones that cast shadows, will those kind of eat your FPS up a little bit, so I don't really like to use that. Now there's the white run fireplace fill and the solitude. The solitude's a little brighter, I think, but I'm going to use that one. We're going to take and slide that over, drop that right in there. Use the Z key, move it up like that. And remember how I linked the lights? We're going to go ahead and do that. Fireplace wood burning. Click on linked reference. Double click there and select the light. Make sure it's right. Fireplaces, right? Okay. Okay. I just do that. That's just a thing. I don't know if it's me or what that is. We're going to go ahead like that, shut our lights off. Now we got us a fireplace there. However, I want that to be a little bit lighter, so I'll click on just the light and I'll increase the light pool a little bit. There we go. Pretty. Just beautiful. Turn my lights out. Okay, now I got that right there. I want to go ahead and, I'm going to need a table. I'm going to need cooking spit, maybe an oven, a couple of different things. Maybe I want to have a table to cook on, to have my stuff. Then I want to have a dining room table. So we're gonna think about going this way. So turn my lights out, and I'm going to save my mod at this time. That way I'm have it all saved. Turn my lights back on, and I'm going to go to my test cell. I'm going to go to my warehouse cell. spin that around. There's my floor right there. All right. I'm gonna do a table. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over to my object one. I'm gonna click on static collection so that way it doesn't load too much. I'm gonna type nor table. Click on all. And what this gives me is some stuff here. It gives you these here. Let's take a look at this one. Preview. Nor table long. That's kind of a long one. That's a real long. That's the real long one. Let's see. Nor table, no shadow. That's a little better. We don't want a big house, so. And then there's this one here. These are the ones with the markers already attached. Just click yes to all. These are with the markers already attached. So that's the one we want. Because you figure, you know, I'm making a small house. This is basically a man cave. It's just that. We'll just take and drop that in right there. Just like that. That's excellent. Right? Now I'm going to select the floor and I'm going to push delete. Right? Right. I'll go ahead and I'll spin that around and I can go ahead and move that out a little bit. And this is where you can do a little clutter on the table, but we'll come back to the clutter part there. Well, actually, okay. Push your M key to turn off your markers. And we know that our people are going to set right there. So, what is it that Dark Fox calls these guys? Barney Blue? Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to do a little bit of clutter. So I'm going to need some plates. That's the first thing, right? Plates. Or just plate. Click on all. And this will come up. And everything with the word plate. Slide down here until you see. There's a plateau. No, I don't want to do that. Keep scrolling down and you'll find what you're looking for eventually. It'll give you enchanted armor. Keep going down more. Load screens. Skyrim Temple. I'm looking for it. Hold on. Silver plate. That looks like a good one. Let's check that out. Yep, that's just a regular old silver plate. That'll work. We're going to take that and we're going to drop that right on top of the table. Okay. Let's go ahead and make sure that is on the table and not. Oops. Yeah, that looks good. Not too high. You can take and move it up a little bit and just to make sure. See, now there's a little bit of a gap there. That can be easily fixed. We'll go ahead and shut off the snap to grid for this. And we'll go ahead and get it to where it's pretty much right where it needs to be. Alright, cool. And just because you might want to use this again for something, Just slide this off over here. It's not gonna go. It's not gonna fall down or anything. Now we want to have some food on that, and I happen to really like venison, so we're gonna go ahead and type in food into the filter there, and it'll give you all the different food items. Don't get the green ones here. Those are for leveled items. What you want is the ones with the A, and I like venison, so we're gonna put us a venison chop right on. Ooh, hey, that's a big venison chop though, ain't it? Go ahead and move that up, and you can see how it's not gonna fit. So we'll go ahead and hit our gizmo button by hitting W. Move it down, just like that. Big old thick slab of venison. We're gonna shrink that down just a little bit. And we're gonna go ahead and move that over. Look at it from the top. Like that. Yep, just like that. And we'll go ahead and move it down onto the plate, or at least close to the plate. Here's where you can, if you hit the button up here that's HK, that is the havoc settle. But before you do that, double click on your plate, click on don't havoc settle, and click OK. Okay, what's going to happen is you hit that, and that will drop that into place, just like that. See how that moved? Unclick your havoc, double click on your venison chop, click don't havoc settle. Alright, well that's pretty good. Now we want to add something to it. Let's add some baked taters, because you know they're baked taters. Go ahead and drop those on, and those are going to have to be moved around. Alright, we'll go ahead and hit our havoc button. That's good. And just because I'm a big thing about presentation when it comes to food, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shrink them potatoes down a little bit. I worked in a kitchen for a lot of years. As you can see, it's not right on the plate. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it right on the plate. I'm going to double click on it. Don't havoc settle. And I'll click on that, and I will move the venison chop down so that it's right on the plate. That's great. Awesome. Now I'm going to go ahead and I am going to select all of that, and I'm going to duplicate it. I'm not going to move it, I'm just going to duplicate it. Right? Move that across. Turn my markers on so I can center up where I want it. Alright, we got us a plate full of venison chop there. Turn the markers off. Well, no, I'm going to leave those on. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to duplicate it again. This time, instead of having it look the same, I'm going to spin it around a little bit so that, you know, maybe one person want to eat his meat first instead of his potatoes. Yeah, that sounds like about like me. I'll eat that meat first. Okay, I've got that. Now I've got this over here. If I need to do it again, I just do that. I'll move that back this way a little bit. Click out of it. That way I always got that. Now we need us let's see, probably some goblets. So we're gonna go into the filter, we're gonna type in goblet, And this will give you all the different kind of stuff. And now, you got silver plates, might as well have silver goblets too, right? We got this kind here, that's the 02 one, and we got this kind here. I like the 02 one. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop that right in there. Zoom in, go down, it looks good. Double click on it. Don't havoc settle. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to move that over there. Just like that. Now what you can do is once you get this set up, we need some silverware, so we're going to go ahead and type in knife. And there is a basic knife preview. That's the basic knife. Or you can use a dwarven knife. That's a good one. I like the dwarven knives myself. They look a little better. Got a handle on them, whatnot. So we're going to use a dwarven knife. We're going to drop that right there. Zoom that in there. Got that selected. We're going to move it up. And we're going to go ahead and we are going to slide that over right there. There's our dwarven knife. Yes, it's hanging up in midair. Just hit havoc, the havoc button, let it drop down, unclick the havoc button, double click, click don't havoc settle. Okay, we got us a knife. We're going to go ahead and move that over right there. Now we need us a fork, because, you know, got to have a fork too. And there is a dwarven fork too. We're going to go ahead and do that. Same thing, move it up. Havoc settle. And then double click that. Havoc set. That. And we're going to have that one there. Just like that. Now this one's already selected. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select the whole kit and caboodle again. It's all havoc settled. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to duplicate that. So I can slide that out. So now what I got me is the whole setup right there, right? And I'm going to go ahead on that and I'm just going to delete that, because now I got me a whole nice table set up right there. So, you know, you can do this with just one and then duplicate it. But since I moved my thing here, I moved my meat and everything, I'm just going to click on my utensils and I'm going to duplicate just the utensils. And I can just move them over and match them up where I need them. Just like that. Okay, that gives me that right there. Don't worry, we're still doing this. I'm building this in the warehouse so I can use it some other time too. Now I think I need something to drink. We'll go ahead and type food again. And I don't know, let me see here. I like some garlic bread. We'll just throw some. If it's the sliced one, yeah, it's the sliced stuff. You can take the plate, duplicate the plate, move that right there, and I'm going to make the plate smaller. And then I'm going to put some of this here garlic bread on the plate. Now if you look at it, that garlic bread, I'm going to go ahead and slide that up, slide it over like that, and we'll go ahead and hit our havoc to settle it. There we go, just like that. Then we'd hit the don't havoc settle. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to duplicate that. One of those got to move. See, it looks like it's under it. That's a good thing. We'll go ahead and duplicate it one more time just because I really like garlic bread. Like that. I'm going to spin that around. Slide that over. I don't want to get it too... Yeah, just like that. And if you hit the havoc, it's not gonna oops. It's not gonna settle because it's already settled, so you're good. Now you just hold your control, select all of it, duplicate it, slide the duplicate out, now you got your setup there, right? It doesn't matter if you have extra setups. Now I need me something to drink. Let's see, we got our wine bottles. Let me see here. No, I don't want to have wine because we're in Skyrim and us Nords, we like our mead. So we'll go ahead and place our bottle of mead right there. Have us a bottle of mead. You need it. You drink it from the bottle. I don't care. I'm gonna havoc settle it just to make sure, and then I'm gonna don't havoc settle it so it doesn't move around. Because if you have it and you haven't checked it, don't havoc settle, it will move around a lot. Now this cup, that could stand to be over this way a little bit, and we'll go like that, and that gives us our basic setup on our table, right? That looks good. Okay, and that's how you build something in your warehouse. And then you go ahead, hit control, select it all. Now everything's selected. Right click, copy, go to your house. Turn your markers back on so you can see where you're at here. Alright, now that you've got this over here, go ahead and just click anywhere there, push paste, and that'll put it right there. Now is when you want to churn on your snap to grid. Make sure you keep everything selected while you're doing this. See, that's really low. You're going to go ahead and move the whole table up. See, I messed up. Not everything's selected again. Just hit undo and do it over. Make sure you click on the render window there. Just like that, and then hit F. Oh, don't hit F. You might have to play with it a little bit, but that looks like it'll do the trick. Now I'm gonna want to have my table over this way a little bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to flip it around like this, just because, just like that. And now what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and I'll keep making things in in my warehouse and putting things in here, my table and whatnot. And I'll put a cooking spit in here, and I'll probably go ahead and find me an oven, stick an oven in right here, and I'll figure something out over here. I might even add another table in. In fact, you can do that if you want to. Just hit this right here. In case you want to make your house bigger, we'll go ahead and do it anyway. Like that. And we'll turn it around like that. Line it up with the other one. Turn the lights out. Yeah, that looks good like that. That works for me, guys. Alright. And that's how you start your custom warehouse. And what you can do is you can build everything inside of the custom warehouse and put it on that floor to get it to where it's all the same level and everything. And then that's where you can do your clutter, and then just copy and paste everything into the house. Right? Okay. Remember, turn your lights out and save your mod. Okay, guys, I'll see you next episode. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do some cluttering and get some stuff and get everything set up for the kitchen. And then the next video we're going to go ahead and do the crafting room. Alright, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.